We are live in Centurion for match number 19 of the MSL. The Tshwane Spartans, who snatched victory from the jaws of defeat just the other day against the Josie Stars, they host the Paarl Rocks, who are up on the high file for the weekend. And the Rocks, of course, were amazing. They were clinical in their last match, snatching that win away from the table-topping Giants. Conditions are terrific. The teams lining up to get playing in match number 19, and the Paarl Rocks, Dane Pitt, will come out batting first.
Yeah, unchanged. I didn't expect a change for the Paarl Rocks. They have been chatting about a batter light, but I don't think it's any problems. You have Verisco, Adams, Hardzis, Villiers being able to bat at 200% at the back end, which is all they wanted.
Of course, they're batting first because the Tshwane Spartans have put them into bat, and no changes there for them.
Yeah, why would you change a team that restricted the Josie Stars to 135 the other day and were really good in the field? I think they've got a very balanced side. They've got a real powerhouse at the top of the innings. They've got box office and AB de Villiers, and then they've got really skilled bowlers that can also try and defend a total, as they did at a difficult venue at the Wanderers.
Now let's talk about this surface, and we saw it against the heat that perhaps the odd ball just sat in the surface, and you can see here that there is a few more cracks, and that's mainly because of the heat here. They don't seem to be moving, and I think that is a good obviously sign. You can see that the home team have decided that it's going to get a little bit better under the lights, maybe a little bit of dew around, so keep your eye on that.
And the Spartans looking to catch up. So we're now ready to go. There's a slip in place. We've got a short cover as well, which is interesting. Starting off with that short cover quite early on. Oh, it's a misfield. This outfield's very quick, and even though it's gone slowly away from the fielder, he'll get the boundary. Short and down the leg side, and well picked up.
That's a great shot.
Beautiful looking shot. He loves to hit through that area.
That is a beautiful stroke. It really is. Henry Davids at his best.
Nicely played. With the man up in the inner ring. It's not an easy position to field. You've got to stop them, otherwise it's going to always be four on this ground. Driving straight with some serious power. He nearly took out his partner.
Well, that's a great shot. And the good news is you can't play shots like that if the wicket's not good. That's on the up against the guy bowling 140 k's an hour.
Oh, he made some room for himself, and in the end it was too much. Merwe breaks the opening partnership.
Well, much needed this from the Spartans. Their best fast bowler, Merwe, well, he strikes. Exactly what the side needed. Henry Davids backing away. Merwe hitting off stump. That is his strength, but he's not happy. He understands they got off to a great start and maybe just give it a bit back of the momentum to the Spartans. But he has to go. It's 36 for 1.
Bit of extra bounce, but he's riding it so well through the offside, and he'll get himself 4. Beautifully played. Oh, he's playing that shot so well today, picking up the length nice and early. Oh, it's down the leg side and straight to Merwe at short, fine leg. He was looking so good, and now that little bit of tennis ball bounce might be his undoing.
Now, once again, Delport getting himself in, playing unbelievably well and getting himself out. He'll be very disappointed with that. There was a bit of extra bounce. He took it on, found Merwe at short, fine leg. And that's a big wicket, it really is. That's maybe restored a bit of parity in this power play. Because the Rocks, although running away with it at 12 and over, they really were looking dangerous. Very disappointed. He's not, he's stoked. He's got his man. Paarl Rocks, 48 for 2.
Nice looking drive. Call was 2. Vince has turned and he wants it. And might get there. This will be close. The umpire will go upstairs to the third umpire, Brad White. Well,
didn't look like much. Let's have a look. Is he short? Is he short? Looks so. He's short by quite some distance. Vince, well, he's run himself out. That's a massive wicket. Okay, now, there it is, confirmation out. And now in a little bit of trouble. You don't want to lose 3 wickets in the power play. That is the rule. You generally lose more. 52 for 3.
That's a shot. Makanya, I think we've seen that with all the batsmen. Pace is on it, and it's put away for a boundary. Look at that for a shot. Down the ground, I don't think he times it as well as he'd want it to, but he still gets enough of it. Maybe because it'll be outside a beer shack in Port Elizabeth. Top edge, doesn't get enough of it, out. So a big wicket again for the Spartans, and the Rocks are in trouble.
Yeah, one of his weaker side of his game is playing spin. He's quite upright, so his rotation is always through the leg side area. Sebenelo Makanya getting Paarl Rocks into a bit of trouble. But upright, as I said there, a bit of a top edge. Looked a bit of a slide by Roelof and Merwe. Thought it was in his zone, just bounced him a little bit. And getting a top edge straight to Luto Sipamla at deep square leg. Makanya gone for 16, Paarl Rocks 74 for 4.
All right, we're looking forward to see if we get to that big score, but let's head back upstairs because another wicket down.
Roelof van der Merwe with another wicket. He's been in such fine form with the ball, even coming into the tournament. What a strong bowler he is for this team. He's so handy to have.
Yeah, Bjorn looking for the one down the ground, down to long on. Just unfortunately falling over the top of the ball and brushing his pad and getting him bowled. That's Bjorn Verteen out for 5. The Paarl Rocks 83 for 5.
Oh, cries of catch it, and it's straight to the fielder. Faf du Plessis goes off to just making 19. This is crucial.
A great little fielding change there by Roelof and Heinrich Klaasen. Just dropping the extra cover onto the ring, knowing that it's a strength for Faf du Plessis to try and chip it over, and eventually getting his man. A great piece of captaincy and a great piece of bowling, executing the skill. Big wicket for the Tshwane Spartans, just what they need at this phase of the game in the middle period. Huge wicket. That's Faf du Plessis gone, 19 of 21. The Paarl Rocks 94 for 6. But it's important that they could get something close to 140, 150, which will challenge the Tshwane Spartans.
Nicely played. Good hands. Finding a gap, and he's going to get the boundary, which is much needed. 100 up.
Chipped in the air. Who's coming under it? Tom Curran. Yes, he gobbles it. How good have the Spartans been since that 4th over? Picking up wickets and firmly have their game in their hands.
They bowled superbly well. They really have. Didn't start too well, first 3 overs possibly. But then they bowled superbly well. They really have. Morne Morkel, well, they're going to have a look to see if it is a no ball. You always have heart and mouth stuff with Morne Morkel. That's 100% fine. Nothing wrong with that. Mandalisa Masheshle, well, he has to go. Bit of trouble now, 104 for 7.
Curran comes into the attack and he's met with a boundary. The field wasn't set for it. Finds the outside edge, does it go fine enough? I think it does, and then the fielder actually makes a hash of it. Has this come out the screws? Is this something that the Rocks can be happy with?
It's a great shot by Odana. Just giving himself some room, clearing the front leg. That hard length that we spoke about earlier, that Lungi just delivered there, and he just chipped it over mid-wicket for 4.
Chipped in the air. Who's under it? Bjorn Mulder, I think. Yes, it is. They get their breakthrough.
Now it's a big wicket. We mentioned Odana could be dangerous. On this occasion, slightly slower ball, I think. Scooped it to mid-off. And another one goes down. The Spartan side, well, they're well on top. Wicket looks good, coming onto the bat. Slightly slower ball. Threw the shot too soon. A good running catch backwards by Mulder. Bowler stoked. Batsman not so much, but he has to go 121 for 8.
Bowled him. It is just a procession at the moment.
Great piece of bowling by Tom Curran at the stumps. A bit of tail, I think, but a great piece of bowling by Tom Curran, not leaving the stumps, knowing that adjudged came in at number 10. I think he's brushing the pad as well and clattering into the leg stump. Good piece of bowling, just what the Spartans need, wrapping up the innings of the Paarl Rocks. Paarl Rocks 121 for 9.
Is that out? What a catch. He put one down earlier. This time, Henrik Klaasen is up for the challenge.
That's a great catch, it really is. Adams trying the reverse lap. The third man up in the ring. Didn't execute it. Got a bit of a glove, it looked like. Have a look at this. There's the top of the bat, bit of glove in the air. That's a fantastic catch, it really is. Someone got a photograph of that, it'll look amazing. You get a photo of him round about there, it'll look good. Fantastic catch, a great comeback from the Spartans. 126 all out, but you wouldn't say that's enough on this wicket.
For the Paarl Rocks, they started so well. They looked set for close to 200. In the end, regular wickets and lack of partnerships resulted in them making 126. Only twice before has targets lower than this being defended here at Centurion. So it's going to take something for their bowlers. It'll be very important with the ball to brace Shamsi. He's been really good so far in the tournament. His team need him tonight. They're only defending 126. We've got a lot more coming your way, but first a short break. Well, he's going to be starting with spin again. In Port Elizabeth, they started with Bjorn Fontaine, and he bowled very well. He's also had a good MSL so far. He'll be under pressure, though, to keep it tight up front. Don't think they can necessarily defend this. They might have to be looking at wickets mostly. It's going to be hard to keep these runs down. Dinago has a little look at the field. Bit of extra bounce straight up. We saw the bounce already in this wicket. So spinners might enjoy the bounce. Driving over the top with the fielders up in the inner ring. There's an opportunity for a boundary. And finally, that pressure just released as a touch. Short and wide and caught. Didn't get over the top of it. In the end, straight towards a backward point fielder.
It's almost like Tshwane Spartans didn't expect this sort of delivery with Bjorn bowling 12, 11 balls at the stumps in the 2 overs that he has bowled. That's the first ball he's gave some sort of width. And an easy catch for Udana, the Sri Lankan at backward point. A good wicket for the Paarl Rocks, a good wicket for Bjorn Fontaine. De Brey not happy. Captain happy with that piece of bowling. He goes for 5, and the Tshwane Spartans after 3 overs are 10 for 1.
It's short, he fends it away. He's done enough to get it over the fielder's head. Shamsi just will have to collect it from the boundary.
Good piece of bowling by adjudged, getting it right up there in the boardroom, as they say. Bit of a top edge, helping it on his way for 4. But I think a good piece of bowling.
Oh, it's a thick edge, and it's unlucky for the bowler. That's a well-played shot in the end. It was in the air for a time, but he steered it into the gap. It ends the over, and it's a big one for the Spartans, 30 for 1.
That's a great shot. Maybe the Villiers give him width. Get you there all day.
Yeah, it's a great shot because of the quickness of the hands.
That's exactly how he'll play. Timing. There's a wicket. Maybe now. A bit of pressure. A wicket, they needed that. And it's the pace of Villiers.
Not his most fluent innings, Dean Elgar. Fortunately dragging that one on. Slightly slower. Just trying to angle it down to third man, getting inside edge, dragging onto his stumps. He deserves a wicket, Hardus Falloon. He's bowled well. 54 for 2.
Powered away and just out of the reach of the fielder. Sibanela Makanya on the boundary, just couldn't quite grab it.
It was a good shot in the end, David de Villiers. I didn't think he got enough of it.
Wow, that is massive. And that is 50 for AB de Villiers in his 300th T20s, 59th of his career. Well, he's just going to go bigger now. That is absolutely massive. Very well played. That's brilliant placement. Straight down the ground. He knew the middle was up. The option was there, and he picks up a boundary and it turns it into a very good over. 10 from it, 105 for 2. It's so difficult to jump up and then come down and steady yourself because you're so easy just sort of fall over. That's very difficult to slow down and stop. Reverse sweep. That is another big 6. That area has been peppered tonight.
That is an unbelievable shot. It really is. We talk about AB de Villiers, while Claessen's just played an absolute unbelievable shot here.
Yeah, contender for the most valuable player. Let me tell you, this is a sensational shot because that is a length ball. Yes, the men are up in the circle, but he realises the game is won and he wants the bonus point.
Meeting the ball at the top of the bounce. Great cricket shot. As Dom said there, length ball. Hitting the ball on the top of the bounce. Over extra cover for a great cricket shot. 82 meters 6. Over extra cover. Brilliant.
That should be obviously the win for the Spartans. Fantastic from de Villiers. He's not out with the captain Klaassen. They get there, just 2 wickets down, 5 overs to go. They win by 8 wickets, and we think on run rate they go top of the table. Yes, certainly was a very comprehensive performance by the home team. Remember, they won the toss, decided to put the Paarl Rocks in, bowled them out for 126. Roelof van der Merwe, who was player of the match with his 3 for 15. And in reply, 127 for 2. They did it with 5 overs to spare. They do win by 8 wickets, take the points, but also took the important bonus point. You can see how tight it is at the top of the table at the moment. Spartans are going top on net run rate at the moment. It's the Giants who are second and the Paarl Rocks who at the moment are third. Big game coming your way on SABC 3. It is the Durban Heat against the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants. Coverage starts at 5 p.m. from Kingsmead. Thanks for joining us today and see you again.